bottled water, selling itself as a tastier and healthier alternative to the tap variety. Here are 20 facts stating why bottled water is bad for you and for the environment. Plastic pollution. Bottled water contributes to the global plastic pollution crisis. The production, consumption, and disposal of plastic bottles result in significant environmental damage, including marine pollution and harm to wildlife. Waste generation. Bottled water creates massive amounts of waste. According to estimates, over 8 million tons of plastic bottles end up in the oceans each year, taking hundreds of years to decompose. Resource-intensive. The production of bottled water requires vast amounts of resources, including water itself, energy, and fossil fuels. It takes about 3 times the volume of water to produce a single bottle as it does to fill it. Carbon footprint. Bottled water has a substantial carbon footprint due to manufacturing, transportation, and refrigeration. The process of extracting, packaging, and shipping water bottles contributes to greenhouse gas emissions and climate change. Quality control. While tap water is regulated and subject to stringent quality control standards, bottled water is often less regulated. In some cases, bottled water can contain contaminants or lower quality than tap water. Lack of fluoride. Many municipal water supplies contain fluoride, which helps prevent tooth decay. However, most bottled water brands do not contain fluoride, which may impact dental health, especially in areas with limited access to fluoridated tap water. Cost. Bottled water is significantly more expensive than tap water. Individuals and communities spending money on bottled water could instead invest in improving water infrastructure and access to clean tap water for everyone. Energy consumption. Bottled water production and transportation consume large amounts of energy. From manufacturing bottles to transporting filled bottles to retailers, the energy requirements are substantial and contribute to carbon emissions. Plastic chemicals. Plastic bottles can leach chemicals into the water, especially when exposed to heat or sunlight. Some of these chemicals, such as bisphenol A, BPA, have been linked to health issues including hormone disruption. Environmental impact. Extracting water for bottling purposes can deplete local water sources, affecting ecosystems and communities that depend on them. This is particularly concerning in areas experiencing water scarcity. Landfill overflow. Even with recycling efforts, a significant portion of plastic bottles still ends up in landfills. This leads to overcrowding and pollution, as plastics take hundreds of years to decompose. Microplastics. Studies have found microplastics, tiny particles of plastic, in various bottled water brands. Consuming microplastics through water consumption may have potential health implications, although further research is needed. Transportation emissions. Bottled water is often transported over long distances, resulting in additional greenhouse gas emissions. Choosing local tap water reduces the carbon footprint associated with transportation. Questionable sources. Not all bottled water comes from pristine natural springs. Some brands source their water from municipal water supplies, essentially selling tap water at a higher cost. Impacts on aquifers. Bottled water extraction can put stress on underground water sources, such as aquifers, leading to depletion and long-term environmental consequences. Energy-intensive recycling. Recycling plastic bottles requires significant energy inputs. The recycling process itself consumes resources and produces emissions, making it a less efficient and sustainable solution compared to reducing overall plastic consumption. False marketing. Bottled water companies often use misleading marketing tactics, implying that their products are healthier or superior to tap water. This can create unnecessary consumer confusion and contribute to the perception that tap water is unsafe. Land use. Extracting water for bottling purposes can result in the degradation of natural landscapes and ecosystems, affecting biodiversity and disrupting natural water cycles. Water scarcity concerns. In regions facing water scarcity, the extraction of water for bottling purposes can exacerbate existing challenges and strain local